Okay, hi everybody. I'm Sandra, and let me get this right. Okay, and I'm new, and I'm starting to learn how to blog and do blogging through to talk with this, and so I was wanting to read something. This is a little book that I get every month. I get from let me save this. Okay, so this is my little book I got. It's Pathway magazine for June of 2018. It has outrages of glory, outrage glory, the joy of not caring, and anxiety attacks. Well, I'm gonna talk about the anxiety attacks. You can see, let me get this straight. There we go. The anxiety attack, because I have anxiety. I started having anxiety when I was 17. We started it out when I was about that age because my aunt passed away and I was like totally wrecked. I was hyperventilating and stuff. So my mom and dad took me to the doctor. Came to find out it was anxiety. Okay. So we're going to, let me try to find this on the page here in this book. Okay. So anxiety attacks. Okay, analyzing anxiety. If anybody has a reason to worry, it was Paul. Paul from the Bible. He was under the house arrest in Rome when he wrote to the Philippines. The beloved church he found in Philippines was struggling with false teachings and forcing divisions. In addition, Paul was waiting to hear whether he had to receive a death sentence after his 2-year trial. Yet the Philippines 4:6 he wrote, "Be anxious for nothing." So basically we should be anxious for nothing. So basically it says, how was Paul able to reject worrying and maintaining peace despite his criticisms? Let's first see what causes us anxiety. So what causes our anxiety? So my anxiety would be have to worry about what causes my anxieties would have to be worrying too much about different things, about what other people think about me. That's would be one of them. The other one was being in a bad relationship with someone that had a negativity thing. So let me read on. So, a wrong value system. One thing that causes anxiety is the wrong value system. Building your life around the tadpole instead of the internal, with the rob you of peace. I am not psychotic, but I bet what you fear most is loss of something important to you. So there's another thing. The other thing that would something lost important to me would be my mom. Losing my mom. My mom died. So that can cause me anxiety because I lost somebody that was important to me. The other one was losing my best friend. She died. And losing my aunt. So when my aunt and my best friend died, they died a year apart from each other. So like 1 minute my aunt was gone and the next minute my best friend was gone. So therefore I was anxious again. Okay. It may be money, health, a position, or a person, or you cannot protect yourself from the loss of those things because they are temporarily. So let's jump on down here. That is why Jesus says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 19 through 21, Do not store up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroys, and where thieves breaks in and steal, but store up for yourself treasure in heaven, where neither moth neither rust destroys, and where the thieves do not break in or steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Alright, unconfessing sins. Another case of anxiety is unconfessing sins. When we Christians live in a way that disciples the Lord, forbidding, overshadowing our hearts, you may be filled with anxiety because you know all is not right between you and God. So the other one would be, God, you're not in the right place with God. Because I know sometimes with me, I'll fall out of that. I'll take a step back and not letting God show me the way to it. Okay, so let's read on down. So David had the sense of dorm when he wrote Psalms 32, chapter verse 3 through 4. When I keep silence about my sins, my body wastes away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My ventling was drained away, and with the fever heat of summer. Excuse my reading. I don't know how to read really good, so please don't make fun of me because of that. That's something I can't help. Okay, now Satan's attack. So let's read on to this one. Sometimes anxiety is a result of Satan's attack. So Satan can get to us, or we do something bad because Satan was there. So Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16 commands us to take up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all of the flaming arrows of the evil one. One of Satan's favorite arrows is worry. So when we worry, it's because Satan. So let's continue on. Paralyzing us from moving forward with God. However, most of the things we worry about have almost no chances of happiness or happening. John 8 verse 44 says, Satan is a liar and the father of lies. Okay, so here's something we can do. I want you to do something. So here's something we can do. Alright, so take a sheet of paper out and title it my worry list. Okay? Then write down all your concern. And then next, take out another sheet of paper. So you need 2 sheets of paper, right? Of paper, and title it my prayer list. So we have 1 paper of your worry list. The next paper would have to be your prayer list, right? Now, cross off each item on your worry list and write it on your prayer list. Okay? So here I go. Listen. People who fill worry lists upon have an empty prayer list. The opportunity is true as well. Okay, so here we go. Listen to this, you guys. In the same way that Romans couldn't guard Paul when he was writing this letter, the peace of God will watch over you whenever you pray. Meditate on his words. Conduct yourself as you know you should. So, answering anxiety. How do we deal with worrying when it comes up in our life? Paul gives us 3 answers. So, here's the 3 answers. Okay. So, pray. The first way is to deal with worrying is to pray persistently. Paul said, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let you request to made known to God." That's Philippians 4, chapter 6, or chapter 4, verse 6. Alright. Think truthfully. Second way is to overcome worrying by think truthfully. And then third would have to be, the third way is to overcome worrying is by living constantly. Okay, so the other thing too is that I do a lot of crafts too. So besides reading and sharing it with people, I do a lot of crafts. Like right now, I'm working on this. It is called dime painting. And I am making chickens with baby chickies. This is one of them I'm doing. And then I make little people out of clay, pot clays. And then the other ones is I make a lot of little different things with these. So, with these little beads. This one has a little picture frame to remind me to love myself. To love myself, because you want to love yourself. And then my heart, and then my little pirate, and then my flower, and my other heart. But this is just the introduction to this. So I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.